Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. In the previous episode, we got beat in the Stanley Cup Finals. It feels so much like 2004, but no, we're a little bit in the future, 2022, and we lose to the Tampa Bay Lightning in yet another Game 7. It's been a few days since I recorded that episode, which is a good thing, because I thought I was going to lose my mind. This playoffs showed how good we can be and how terrible we have been. The regular season sucked in a lot of aspects, but it also showed what our top talent can do. On our winning ways, we can do phenomenal things. We got to the Stanley Cup Finals. It was a terrible run to the finals. We struggled. Rounds 1 through 4, we struggled. We were down, 3 games to 2 in both, in round number 2. 3, we were down 3-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals as well. We got obliterated a lot of the time, but somehow we've managed to make it all the way there, and I know we are capable of so much more. Regular season success, post-season glory. But we're not there just yet, and we got a lot of phenomenal performances in the Stanley Cup playoffs. You just look at the one, the only, the future captain. Yes, I'm putting that out there now. I'm probably going to name him captain if nobody else shows up before then. Sean freaking Monahan. 35 points in 27 games. Relatively quiet in the goal-scoring department. 28 assists. As many points as the next best player. He had a phenomenal postseason run. But it was all for naught, really. I mean, Brock Boeser was great. Joe Thornton, 42 years of age. I'm just holding on to the fact that he had a phenomenal regular season and a great postseason, so maybe that will keep him afloat for one more season. I want him to be here in Calgary for one more year. I'm really hoping he stays on. Now, there's this whole storyline going on currently. Who is coming back next season? I mean, Sean Monahan, Brock Boeser, Joe Thornton, Gaudreau, Tkachuk, O'Reilly, Taylor Hall are top 6. We're at least losing one of them, because Tristan O'Reilly is ready for the second line. Yes, it says he's a third line scorer right now, but he is ready for top 6 action. He's ready for the minutes. So that kind of leaves one spot, and we need to clear one spot. It's between 2 people, Johnny Gaudreau and Taylor Hall. Now, some of you might be saying, oh, Tkachuk. Move Tkachuk. I, in fact, really like Tkachuk. He stepped the hell up this year. In the regular season, yes, -6 in the postseason, but he had to deal with a crap ton. We all did. We had a few minus players on the squad, but I really like what he brought to the table. And we just signed him to a contract extension. Him and Brock Boeser are going to be here for a very long time. I believe they both got 6-year contracts. So those 2 are set. Sean Monahan, obviously set. Joe Thornton, I have no idea. Johnny Gaudreau. I'm kind of leaning towards Johnny Gaudreau because it's currently between Taylor and Gaudreau. Taylor Hall had a great regular season. 37-goal campaign. He had 32 last year. 59 points -9, right? 70 points this year. He has not been that MVP player we wanted him to be. And obviously, when we started this franchise, when we're like, oh, if we can pick up a Taylor Hall in free agency, I want to get him. And we did. We accomplished that. But he hasn't fit this line. Or he hasn't fit this team. Obviously, we made it to the finals, but he put up 12 points. Yes, in the finals, he was playing on the third line because we did end up getting that +3 chemistry on the second line and the first line, right? But Tristan O'Reilly is my guy going forward. He's a machine. He's the guy. Taylor Hall, I think, is the guy going the other way. Now, there's a whole situation brewing, which we will talk about in a few moments, but let me get through the rest of the roster. I mean, you look at our bottom 6. Dustin Brown sucked. We brought him over for just, why not, during the trade deadline. Baptiste wasn't great. Kasparaitis, -5. I really like what this kid can bring. He did have 18 penalty minutes. Yes, 16 of them came way before the Stanley Cup Finals. JFK, I really like what he brings to the team. I'm glad he's on a, 2-year contract? Glad he's here. Jankowski is our 4th-line center forever. Dylan Dubé, not sure if he's my 3rd or 2nd-line center a long time because he really can't produce. I know he hasn't been that 2nd-line center for us, but I'm not sure if we want to go on another run next year, which we are going to be capable of. Is he that guy? I'm not too sure. Defensively, our top 2 guys, Noah Hannafin and Colton Parayko, did phenomenal. I'm no doubt about it, but we struggled in a lot of departments, and I want to put a lot of that on David Rittich. Now, David Rittich struggled. James Reimer struggled. They all did. In the postseason, I expect at least a 9-10. As a starting goaltender, I expect at least that. A 902 and a 301. He had a lot of opportunities there to prove us right. Now, we did come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals. We did. But we didn't finish it out. In the Game 7, he lost. He crumbled. Is he our guy going forward? I don't know. Him and James Reimer both are coming off of their contracts. Okay, so let's go ahead, sim to the award ceremony. Congratulations, Tampa Bay, on the Stanley Cup. So let's go ahead, look at the awards, and then we will talk about the whole dilemma heading into the offseason. Your Stanley Cup champions in year number 3, the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the Atlantic Division have gotten 3 years in a row. Congratulations. President's Trophy. The Toronto Maple Leafs, for the 3rd straight year, have won it. And they got knocked out by Washington in the first round. My God. Clarence S. Campbell to us, and Prince of Wales to Tampa Bay. Your Art Ross winner for 2 of the 3 years we've been doing this franchise mode, Steven Stamkos. Yes, we know all about him. Hart Memorial goes to Austin Matthews from the Toronto Maple Leafs. James Norris goes to Morgan Riley. Lady Bing goes to Matthews. Calder goes to Alex Newhook. And I'm so glad Minnesota knocked them out because I don't think we would have had a shot at making it into the finals if we had to face Colorado. But they're scary. 2 years in a row they've brought home the Calder. Conn Smythe goes to Nikita Kucherov. Oh, that makes me mad. Vezina Trophy goes to Marc-Andre Fleury. William M. Jennings also goes to Marc-Andre Fleury. Dennis Cholowski wins a Bill Masterton for the dumpster fire Detroit Red Wings. Jack Adams goes to Chicago's coach. Frank J. Selke goes to Ryan O'Reilly for the 4th straight year. Ted Lindsay, Austin Matthews. And the Maurice Richard Trophy goes to Alex Ovechkin. Might as well rename it him. And if you're not sure what the playoff tree looked like, there you go. I'm not going to read out each and every single series, but 1 game shy. And I know this is only year 3, but damn, I really wanted that Stanley Cup. It hurts. But before we get to the draft, I'm not going to sim a single day before we talk about it. Now, for the longest time, we have not been able to offer Johnny Gaudreau a contract because it was down between him and Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall has a contract for the next 6 seasons. 6 seasons? 6 years at 9.4. Johnny Gaudreau does not want a contract. He also wants a 6-year deal at 8.8. I'm leaning towards Johnny Gaudreau. He is a longtime Calgary Flame. He is built for this city. He doesn't want a contract, and I wanna say that's probably because he's living in Taylor Hall's shadow, or Matthew Tkachuk. He deserves to be that first-line left winger for us. Taylor Hall will probably be traded away in a big package. I don't think that's cheating. I think it makes sense. You have to choose between one of them, and it's going to be Johnny Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau, I'm willing to give you 6 years, bringing you up to 34. You have struggled in the regular season, but I know what you're capable of in the postseason, and that's exactly what I need you for. I'm willing to give you Taylor Hall's contract at 9.4 for the next 6 years. We'd be swapping them out. We'd lose one of them, but I want to package one of them during the draft. Now, all the other contracts, I believe there isn't too much going on this offseason. Obviously, Joe Thornton, he wants $5 million for 1 more year. I'm going to wait until free agency or or the retiree phase to find out if he's coming back. I really hope he does, and everybody else I'm not really worried about. Goaltending is a different question. David Rittich, James Reimer. I mean, next season we're going to get your boy Dusty Wolf in the NHL. He's 79 overall at 21 years of age. He's going to be our guy. And we also got this Holmstrom kid. We got a lot going for us. But Johnny Gaudreau, please sign that $9.4 million contract. That's a raise. You don't want to be here, but you're going to be out of Taylor Hall's shadow very, very soon. So sign that deal for us. Johnny Gaudreau has signed with Calgary, swapping out the contracts, so we will alleviate $9.4 million, hopefully, when we trade Taylor Hall. And that's basically a definite at this point, because our top six is looking like, first line is Johnny Hockey, Sean Monahan, and Brock Besser. Second line is Tristan O'Reilly. Maybe, if he's still working in the NHL, Joe Thornton and Matthew Tkachuk. And bottom six we will work on as we go. Taylor Hall's gone. It's all we have to do now with him is trade him, and that's basically all. That's what we need to accomplish today. I want to make this team good. The St. Louis Blues have lucked out, winning the first overall selection they're going to be getting. A phenomenal franchise player, 6th to 1st overall. Holy moly. Vancouver from 1st to 2nd, too bad, but they're still getting a franchise guy. Islanders from 8th to 3rd. And Philadelphia gets screwed there. Same with Winnipeg. Poor Detroit. Maybe one of those teams would like to move for potentially a Taylor Hall. Maybe the St. Louis Blues want to move that 1st overall pick. Would I be willing to do it? Yeah, but I would have to make sense if it was realistic, right? I would really like this Robin Fritschy at the 4th overall selection. He's a centerman. You know exactly what we need going in the future for us, because Joe Thornton is probably gone very soon. A second-line playmaking centerman in Fritschy. I really want him, because after that, I'm not sure what we can package. Maybe there's something out there on the trade block, but I really want a centerman for the future. Okay, because if the Taylor Hall makes sense and we're sending him to a competitive team, maybe it works. View retired players. Is Joe Thornton calling it quits? Please don't call it quits. Please, Joe. Please, Joe. Joe Thornton is tagging along for at least one more year. Yes. Thank you, Joe Thornton. Oh my God. Yes, that's huge for us. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We can keep that top 6 together. Ryan Kessler calling it quits, though. Only 595 points. Okay. Louis Eriksson. What a terrible contract. Oh, speaking of bad contracts, Brendan Seabrook. But he did win, 3 Stanley Cups? Andrew Cogliano. Not a bad career. Until he screwed himself with that suspension. And then he broke the Ironman, or he was trying to break the Ironman streak, and then he got suspended. And I think Phil Kessel or Patrick Marleau has it right now, and they're trying to break it. I'm not sure. A lot of guys calling it quits. Nobody super impressive. But let me check goaltenders. Anybody calling it quits here? Ryan Miller. He was an absolute beauty back in the day with Buffalo. Too bad. Jimmy Howard. Oh, poor guy. And Curtis Backablany. Justin Pogge. Holy moly. Did we lose anybody? Did we lose anybody? Did we lose any? I forgot what team I was there for a sec. What team am I? Calgary. Oh my God. Did we lose any goaltenders? No, we did not. That's pretty nice. I will take that each and every day of the week. And skaters? No. So I'm so glad Joe Thornton is sticking around. We are definitely going to offer him a contract because we have the money necessary. Jack Johnson, Ryan Miller, and Louis Eriksson are all scouts now. Congratulations. Congratulations. Pre-draft interviews never work, so I'm not even going to do it. EA, please update your stuff. That'd be really nice. Okay. This is a pivotal draft. Oh my God. I do this every day. I can't speak English. I'm so sorry. It's not even that late. I'm recording relatively early in the day. 9 p.m. Sorry. This is a pivotal draft. Okay, last year was great. The year before that was important. This year, we want to keep ourselves on the right track. We want to be a good regular season team and a great postseason team, because I know what we're capable of on a long, long run. 27 games we played. I mean, I believe that's one short of playing every game you possibly could. Like, we had 3 straight game 7s. Let's make this team good. Enter the draft. Are any of these top teams willing to trade their picks? And it's looking like no. Ottawa is willing to move that 7th overall pick. Let's go ahead and view the draft class. Anything at 7th that piques my interest. 7th, you got a Ludwig Pearson. I don't believe I've ever used him. NHL ready. Doesn't look too bad. 20 points in the SHL this season. Not bad. I don't hate him. I'm just not super high on him. We don't really need a defenseman. But if none of these teams don't want to move down, then I'm not going to try it. I might work with Ottawa, because if you look at Ottawa, they're on the bend here. They're a contender. They got Chabot and Pietrangelo and Brandstrom and Kachuk and Drysdale and White and Wilmer and Duclair. They're a good team. You know what they need? They need a Taylor Hall. Okay, they need a Taylor freaking Hall, and they want him. This trade would go through right away. We could probably get more assets from them, because we're trading them a proven NHL player on a pretty solid contract for 6 years, and that puts them directly in contend mode. What else do they even have to give up? A second we could probably get from them. Maybe a first next year. Maybe a Bernard Docker. But I'm going to do my due diligence and check what there is around the league. First, I'm going to do fine trades, see if any team wants Taylor Hall. Let's see. An 88 overall at 30 years of age. That contract brings him up to 35, 36. That's a great contract, and he's going to be good for the majority of that time. No trades found for him, so we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and see what there is on the block. But actually, I'm going to sim this pick since there's only a minute 30 left. So the first overall pick, Terrell Brown to the St. Louis Blues, and we're going to have to deal with him for the foreseeable future. I don't like that. No! Oh, that sucks. Okay, scratch players. No. Sketter's matching the block. I don't know why I said that. Anaheim, you got anything interesting? Nah, nothing that I necessarily want. Is there like a top-tier prospect on any of these teams that you'd be willing to give me? Come on. Marco Rossi's not bad, but we kind of want something for right now. Okay, I'll write that down. Where's my pencil? Pencil! Oh, come on. I had like 6. Oh, there it is. I found it. Buffalo. Okay, Buffalo, not bad. Carolina, nothing too great. Jonathan Tays, no thank you. They'd have to retain at least half of that salary for me to bring him over. Because, no thank you. Okay, nope. Come on, any of these teams want to give me something dope? I would really, really appreciate it. Wait, was that on Edmonton? Harrison's not a bad prospect. Come on, somebody offer me the moon and the sun. Brendan Gallagher, not a bad player. I love Brendan Gallagher. Are you freaking kidding me? He's dope. Such an underrated player. No. Nope. Come on, offer me something great, guys. Something. Anything. Oh, wait, New York. Are you still willing to trade Georgiev? You're still willing to trade Georgiev, and he has a contract. We would have to re-sign him. I believe he would be a UFA this year, and he might even make it into free agency. I will write New York down. I'll write New York down, just in case, because I do like him, because I kind of lost faith in David Rittich. Very much so, which isn't good, but I will take a look at that in a few. The best one right now is probably trading for that 7th overall pick with Ottawa. But nothing else here is really standing out to me. We got Ryan O'Reilly from St. Louis on the... Ryan O'Reilly is on the block? I mean, I do like Joe Thornton, and Joe Thornton's kind of the perfect centerman. So I'm not sure about that. He's probably mad because of... Yeah, they did miss the playoffs. He's probably closer to a 90 overall than an 85. Nope. Chaka? Nope. Nope. Anything. Come on, offer me something dope. William Karlsson? No. Nicholas Backstrom? Seriously? And Winnipeg? Nothing. Okay, so it's looking more and more likely we just go for that 7th overall selection. Matthew Savoie gets drafted by the Vancouver Canucks, a franchise player. And believe me when I say this, I didn't create Terrell Brown. He was a computer-generated guy. I rarely see a franchise guy be computer-generated at all, even if there's... And I rarely, if you have created guys in the draft already. So I just find it really, really weird. But Ottawa, let's discuss. We're sending Taylor Hall to the Eastern Conference. And this makes sense on a very big note. And if you're Ottawa, you don't need the 7th overall selection. Look at all that you have. You're giving us the 7th overall selection, and we don't necessarily need the 7th overall pick. We could very much use it. It would very much help our causes. Okay, but you'd have to give us a little bit more than that. I want your 2nd round pick. Just because we're giving you Taylor friggin' Hall. That's a former MVP. Okay, he didn't have the best postseason run. Yeah, I get that. Would you give us this Tucker Tynan, who actually could be a solid backup for us in the future? I mean, draft picks. So I had Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, what did Buffalo have? Marco Rossi, I'm not sure if he's going to fit into our system right away. And New York had Georgiev. I think the most likely trade we make right now is with the Ottawa Senators. Taylor Hall for a 1st and a 2nd. Let me check what's out there in the 2nd round early. Let me see if there's anything nice out there. I mean, I'm not too sure how well our scouts have done as of late. But let's see, 35th overall. 35th. Got this goaltender, maybe. I mean, we do have this other kid right here. We got this Sasha Ab, who is another goaltender, maybe. I'm not high on any of those guys. Scouts didn't do the best of jobs this year, but more assets mean more stuff. I'm happy with that. We want to make sure we drain Ottawa dry for picks and stuff for Taylor Hall, because that's a huge trade, and it makes sense for them to do. I mean, we got this Landon McCallum, who I kind of want to go after, a centerman, 29 goals, 45 assists, around 16th overall. I'm not sure when our pick lands, but we could use that 2nd, send it over to a team around 16th, and get that selection. I actually do like that trade a lot. So we'll sim one more pick and make sure we get this trade done. Islanders select Shane Wright. Glad he's in the Eastern Conference. 2 of the top 3 picks are in the West, so I get to deal with that. Especially Colorado. No fun. So Taylor Hall. Taylor, you've been solid. You could have been worse. But Ottawa, we really want your 7th overall selection. Jacob Bernard Docker would be really dope. I wonder if we could get the 2nd and Bernard Docker. Okay, 2nd round pick. And maybe we steal a 2nd from next year, because we really depleted our picks over the last little bit. Like, this year looks crappy. Next year looks not bad. But we could really, really use a 1st and 2 seconds. Taylor Hall for a 1st and 2 seconds, which is magic beans at this point. This only guaranteed one is the 7th overall. We're fine without Taylor Hall. Okay? So is this trade going to go through? Taylor Hall, enjoy Ottawa. We have officially made a massive trade here in 2022. The 7th overall selection is ours. Let's see how the rest of the draft pans out. Fritchie to the Philadelphia Flyers. Winnipeg will acquire Joakim Kamel. Ooh, I'm scared they're going to take my guy. Brad Lambert. You better take Brad Lambert, I swear to God. Please, please, Detroit, please just take Brad Lambert, please. Please make this easy for me, Detroit. Thank you. Thank you. We will be selecting with our 7th overall pick from the SHL. I mean, damn, this kid's actually really dope. Ooh, left winger? We don't need a left winger, though. I gotta go with the pure centerman. He's a centerman. That's what he is. He's NHL ready. I'm probably a 78, 79 overall. I doubt he's an 80. And I have no idea. We got this Pushkarev at 13th. But we traded for the 7th overall, right? I do like this. He might be a medium elite. And I feel like I would be missing out there. But we need a centerman. Look at our left wingers. Look at our defensemen. We don't need any of that. The next thing we probably need... I mean, we do got this McCullum kid down here at 16th. Now, hold on. I want to make sure... Hold on. Before I do anything rash, I want to make sure I get that selection. So I'm going to call a few timeouts because I can. Because this is my YouTube channel. So... 16, I will be trading for the 14th because I believe in voodoo and I don't trust anything at all. So this is technically Edmonton's pick. We will send you our first. Okay, Pittsburgh, I know you don't like that too much, but I will also send you... Bickle's not going to turn out to be anything special, you know that? It does not look like that because he's 69, nice at 20 years of age. He could turn out to be something solid. But I'm not too sure about that. I'd be willing to send them. Especially for a potential really good prospect. Bickle, I mean, our defensive core is looking really solid. We got a Yaskin right here. So I'm fine with trading them a Bickle. I'm fine with that. A first round pick and Bickle, we would have to take back something else. Because I really don't like... Oh my god. Jesus, Pittsburgh, you got a crap ton this year. How did they acquire so much for this year? Did they make a big trade with... No. They got ours. I will take your 3rd and a 3rd next year. Would they be willing to do that trade now? Trade rejected. Okay, I will just take the 3rd and the 1st. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for your service. We got a crap ton of cap space now, so that's a good thing. So, the 7th overall selection. Now, McCullum is basically ours. I want to say he's a computer-generated guy. I don't really know. 1-year ETA, maybe. I'm not too sure if he's anything special, but if you look around if you look at the people around him, he could be solid. He might not be. But this Joachim is NHL ready. But I'm not sure about McCullum. I'm really not sure. We get a centerman. We should. Gaucher is nothing. Don't worry about it. This is rough. I know I should make a decision right now. Ludwig Pearson, never used him. I'm not sure how he's going to simulate for us. He's NHL ready. But I really like Bloomquist. I'm not sure if he's going to be a medium elite, because if he's not a medium elite, was it even worth it? But he's similar to Patrick Kane. So I think I'm going to take Blomqvist, a left winger. But see, that just wouldn't seem right, would it? Because we just traded to Taylor Hall, and where would this kid fit in the very near future? He's young. This hurts because I'm not sure. It all kind of rests on Landon McCallum, because he might be a top 6 potential. He might be a top 9. You guys might be screaming at the screen right now, but if we got to be smart, we want to get a prospect centerman, medium elite for sure. Ludwig Pearson, welcome to Calgary, 79 overall. I'm happy with that selection. Now, I'm mad because I know I know this kid's going to be so damn good. When is he going? When is this kid going? He's going at 9, and it looks like, yeah. Okay, let's see what he's like. LA, Slavkovsky, damn good selection. Anaheim, Blomqvist. Oh, I knew that was a great selection, but if you look at our lefties, I went with the centerman. I went with my gut, so let's just see. Let's see if this McCallum kid is good. Gaucher, not a bad selection. Columbus, Charlie Letty, not bad. Florida, not even going to try to pronounce that. Arizona. Pushkarev, damn good centerman. I mean, defenseman. Wow, I'm struggling so much today. But here's the thing. Maybe McCallum's really damn good. We could go with Heiskanen or a Ralph Orr. He's NHL ready. But if you look at our defensive core, top pairing, Hanifin, Parayko. Second pairing, Brody and Valimaki. Third pairing, McInnes, Forbot, whoever. Ralph Orr is not going to have much room to grow on this specific team. So I'm going to go with Landon McCollum. Welcome to Calgary. 73 overall, top 6 potential, centerman. He was damn good in the OHL. I'm assuming he's a playmaker. I'm happy with that selection. So we did the right thing. We got our medium elite centerman. We missed out on Blomqvist, but I'm okay with what we just did. I'm a-okay. Now, we're still not done here. We are still not done. Is David Rittich our goaltender next year? Because I really like Georgiev. There's a big part of me that likes the young goalie from New York. Part of me just really, really likes that New York goalie. He's damn good IRL. Not sure how good he is in this game. Let's actually just check that out real quick. They don't really need him. We could swap goaltenders if we really felt like it. He needs to be signed. I believe, yeah, he wasn't even bad last year for New York. We could reserve his rights, and if he doesn't get signed by New York, right, and I'm not too set on David Rittich. Okay, let's check David Rittich here real quick. David Rittich. How are you during the regular season, my dude? You're 29, 84 overall. You're not a bad goaltender. You had a solid regular season. Playoffs, you sucked so much. Our first postseason, you were great. Because we know next year Dustin Wolf is for sure a backup goaltender. He's for sure a backup goaltender. There's no doubt about that. Do we go with 2 young guys? I don't necessarily like that, but David Rittich kind of lost all hope in him, especially in that game 7. Or do we just wait until free agency and see if a Georgiev is on the block? Because if we need a goaltender like that, we will go out of our way to get one. Because New York, it looks like they probably won't have the cap space to sign everybody on their squad. So that might be the best potential thing to do right now, right? They have to sign Capo Caco, and he's worth like 10, and Adam Fox, a lot. They could drop a few things. So I'm willing to wait on a Georgiev and potentially get him for free. Okay? Is there anybody else on a roster currently that we have to move on from? Let me actually make sure we're doing this properly. Defensive core set for at least another few seasons. That'll suck when they all come off the books. Noah Hanifin is actually a 90 overall. Huge for us. McInnes, I'm hoping he grows during the offseason. Forward-wise, we're solid. We're great. We'll probably have to sign a few guys in free agency. Dylan Dubé is an 86 overall. He grew. I don't know how he grew, but it looks like he'll be a damn good third-line center. Friggin' Joe Thornton's for sure our second-line center this year. There's no doubt in my mind that he's our second-line center because he's a beauty, and I love him to death. He was great. He's our guy. And there's no other trades that I want to make right now. Montreal, what are they going to select? Heiskanen, not a bad selection right there. But what picks do we have? What picks do we have this season? What do we have? Nope, why did I go there? We have 36, 120. We'll just probably shoot Hail Marys for the rest of the draft. Let's go up to our 36 overall selection. What did we miss here in the first round? A bunch of great picks. Yep. Or would have been a good defenseman to get, but I'm not totally... We don't necessarily need a top 4 defenseman, right? Because if we wanted a defenseman, we'd want a medium elite one. That would be a part of our core because, or I'm not sure would ever be a part of our big core. So with our next pick, what are we even feeling with our next selection? Because our scouts didn't do the best job this year. So are we liking anything at all? Do we even want to use this pick? Do we even want to use this? We got this Zuzan. Oh god, nothing's looking great for us. Okay. 18. Looks like they all didn't have the best of seasons. So that's lovely. I guess we'll just have... Oh, wait. We got this right winger from the US of A. No, they're top nines. Never mind. I guess we're just shooting blind at this point. I just want to see somebody with good statistics. We got this kid from Russia. This Valery Vasilnoyov. Do we shoot in the dark? We go with the centerman right here. Not bad in the QMJHL. We got this left winger from the US of A. Abraham Hoffman. He's a 20-year-old. I got this Bob Ferguson, 3-year ETA. I'm going to go with Vasilnoyov. We got this Svensson. Jimmy Howard. I'm gonna go with a goalie. I screwed up royally, didn't I? Huh. Oh my god. I'm really hoping none of those kids were any good. Okay. Wow. Okay. Please don't let that other guy be any good. Oh wow. They haven't gone yet. Vasilnoyov wasn't any good. Glad. Okay, Hoffman wasn't any good. So, it looks like this round wasn't the best anyways. So I'm not mad. I'm glad none of them were like medium elite, right? That's a good thing. You should be happy that none of them were any good. Makes me feel happy. Don't have the most picks this draft, but we did all we really needed to do this draft. That's all we basically needed to do. We needed to make sure our top 6 was set, and it is. We just got to sign Joe Thornton, and we should be good. I am liking the centerman here. Well. I guess we're just shooting Hail Marys at this point. Our scouts did a crappy job, but it is what it is. Let's see. How was this US kid? I'm going to go with this 19-year-old. Let's see. Oh, damn good selection right there. Low elite. Luke Weaver. He's 19. He's an overager, but I'm not mad with that selection. What did Tampa Bay select? Did they get anything good? Screw you, Tampa Bay. So let's go to our next pick. Not a bad blind pick. I guess we just have to follow statistics, see how they did in their leagues, and go from there. We shot in the dark. MacGyver, not bad. Not too bad. Let's see if we can get anything solid here with our next few selections in the 5th round. Let's see. Shooting in the dark again. Let's check out their statistics. WHL not going to be any good. WHL maybe. Not liking it too much. Another USA player, not any good. Cool. Love to see that. Come on. Give me a Hail Mary, everybody. Come on. No. Goaltender from the USA. Harold Scoville. Let's go with the goalie. Might as well. Starter. 58 overall starter. That's a damn good selection. I'm happy with that. 185. What did we miss in the 6th round of the NHL Entry Draft in year 3? I think it's been pretty good so far. We traded Taylor Hall. Surprisingly. Going into this episode, it was going to be Johnny Gaudreau, but then I thought about it. I thought about your suggestions, so just know that your suggestions have a lot of influence in what I do in this franchise mode. So, the more you know. Do we go with this Galiev? Vyacheslav Galiev? Whatever you want to call him. Let's go with Dan Redmond. Top 6, low top 6 at 59 overall. I don't hate that selection. 216 with our last pick in this year's draft. Will we get anything good? It's been a pretty solid draft. We're over average on the picks that we've made. Everybody around us seemed to kind of falter, but I'm happy with the picks we made. So with our last selection, we will select anything good. Are we going to select anything good? We got WHL kid. I think I'm going to go with a goalie, because why not? Next best goalie is it? Let's go with... let's go with this Alfredson kid. Backup goalie. Well, 2 freaking bad. Tampa Bay didn't get anything good, so 2. I'm happy with that. We made some damn good selections this year, but we are going to finish up the re-sign phase and get into free agency and see what kind of damage we can do. Good news is, coaching, I think I'm going to keep relatively the same. There's a lot of scouts. I'm going to do that off camera anyways. Good news is, there isn't a whole lot we have to do in the re-sign phase. Sean Monahan next year. So just remember that. Joe Thornton is the big piece that we have to bring back. Joe Thornton, he wants 2 years. Would he be willing to take less money on this contract? Let me bring out my trusty old calculator. 4.925 times 0.85. Would he be willing to do 1 year? I'll give him 2. I'll give him 2 years if he wants to stays on. I'll give him 4.2 for 2 years. Dustin Brown, I'm going to let go. A bunch of these guys I'm going to let go. I don't need a bunch of these kids anyways. I can bring them back for the AHL. That's fine with me. They sucked this year anyways. So, it's whatever. Hetherington, you don't want to come back. I don't want you. Fitzgerald was a beauty in our Minnesota franchise mode. Might as well bring him back. Rudwell, got him on free waivers, so I'm okay with that. Letting him go. We had Derek Pouliot. We must have signed him free agency. Dion Fagoof, you want to come back? I'm going to let Dion Phaneuf go. I know that hurts, but I don't want to give him NHL money. Fadoon, beautiful name. Going to bring him back. Dustin Brown, how much do you actually want? I'm going to let him go. If we want somebody like him, we'll go into free agency. RFAs. Kosh, good. Andrew Nielsen, just a bunch of housekeeping, nothing crazy, and we'll get rid of this kid. Why not? You listen? Sure. And unsigned guys. I guess all I'm going to sign this year is Ludwig Pearson. I'm going to sign him anyways. He might not play in the NHL this year, but I'm going to sign him to a contract anyways, just in case we need him. You know, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. I will also sign Jaskin for the AHL this coming year, and McCallum will leave because he can play in the CHL. Because, cool. Why not? Goaltending. Now that's the next best question. James Reimer, I'm going to let you go. Too bad, James Reimer, rhyme time. Garrett Sparks, I will sign for the AHL. Dustin Wolf for the NHL. And David Rittich wants $4.575 million. I am not going to give him that contract. I'm going to let you go into free agency, and then we can deal with it from there. I know you might be like, you just didn't sign him. Okay, there's always going to be goaltenders in free agency. He might be even out there. We might even go get him. Okay, I'm fine with that either way. I guess we'll let Holmstrom play in the AHL this year. That's fine. But other than that, I think we are set to go. Just hope everybody comes back and makes my job a little bit easier. Let's just go through these contracts. See who didn't sign. Joe Thornton did not sign that contract for 2 years. I'll give him 1 year at 4.9. Smith doesn't want to come back. Okay. RFAs, good. Unsigned players, good. Goaltenders, good. I'm happy with that. So Joe Thornton, make my life a little bit easier. Joe Thornton is going to sign for 1 year with the Calgary Flames. That should be good. We have $19 million to work with now. Keep in mind, next year we have to send out some pretty big contracts, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'm not going to worry about coaching. I will deal with that in the off-season, or I guess it is the off-season. In the free agency phase, we can get an assistant coach or associate coach if we need to. Scouts, I'm not worried about in the slightest. I just want to see whom the big fish are in 2022. Okay. Your big fish is Mika Zibanejad. Damn, we could sign him, but that hurts. Zach Werenski would be sick on our defensive core, you know that? But he is an RFA, so. Okay, let me see here real quick. Hayden Fleury wouldn't be bad. There's a lot of stuff here that we could go out and get. I mean, if we go, hold on, let me go forwards real quick. There's a lot out here. I mean, we're really looking for a third line wingers. Maybe. I don't necessarily need two of them. Justin Williams would be pretty solid. We got our centermen are good. Everything seems to be fine. If we were really to go after something, it might be a defenseman. Like Lindholm might not be bad. Ekholm. Manson. I wouldn't want to go after any RFAs. Oh, Toronto lost Sandin and Liljegren. Not good for them. Darnell Nurse would be pretty solid. There's a lot of options here. Mark Giordano is also out there. Not willing to give him money, though. I'm sorry, bud. I'm so sorry. And how about the goaltenders? Oh, you got a Carter Hart out here in free agency? How much would I have to offer him? That would be a crap ton of picks. I'm debating it though, because a 94 overall goalie, I know it doesn't mean a whole lot, but that would be really sick to get a Carter Hart. Any goaltenders make it to free agency that have value or potential? Well, we could go out and get a Thatcher Demko. He's a UFA, but I'm gonna leave those questions to you to answer. What do you think we should do? Okay, we made a lot of progress here. I think we did the absolute right thing. If you want to talk about coaches, if you want to talk about anything, I'm here to listen. Now, I'm going to end this episode on a positive note. I mean, we just did end it on a positive note, but I want to end it on a more positive note. Guys, we hit 700 subscribers. You guys are phenomenal. You're incredible. I appreciate everything you do for this channel, popping in every day to watch. Even if you binge all the episodes, I appreciate you so much. You know, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking to you. Thank you so much for the support. If you want to see anything else on this channel, leave a comment down below. I want to start getting into other things for this channel. Don't worry, Calgary's not going anywhere. Alaska's not going anywhere. Don't worry about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.